Welcome back, everybody. My name is Alex Anthony, and you're watching episode number 14 of Free Card Giveaway, where we give away Pokemon cards for 100% free worldwide. If you can watch this video, you are eligible to enter. To see if you won Free Card Giveaway number 12 of the 3 sleeved booster packs, stick around to the end of this video, where we're going to do the drawing to enter today's giveaway of 4 Brilliant Stars booster packs. All you have to do is sub, like, and then comment below. Comment today on what you want to see for future giveaways. Do you want me to stick with the modern sets? Do you want me to stick with the current kind of hype sets that I've been doing? Or do you want maybe me to do some like booster packs of Sun and Moon, maybe some Unified Mind, some Hidden Fates, Cosmic Eclipse? I'd have to do less packs, obviously, but it's just a different option. I could also do some Japanese stuff. I've got, VMAX Climax, just got some battle regions, so I can always crack up some of those and do that too for future giveaways, maybe even some singles. But let me know what you're thinking. Also, if you refer somebody to this video, just have them comment down below who referred them, and that will give you an extra entry per person that does that. Guys, I don't know how I always forget to do this, but we're going to run the giveaway for 2 weeks or until 300 subs, so whichever hits first. We just passed 200. I think we actually just passed 210, or we're at that right now. So thank you all so much, and back to the video. And just one last thing, we also have Free Card Giveaway episode number 13 active, where we are giving away 3 booster packs of Brilliant Stars and 3 of Evolving Skies to 2 different people. So we got 12 packs total, and we're going to be having that active until April 20th. So there's still going to be a couple more weeks at least at the time of this posting. So I've got something really awesome and really special today. My friends Ben Warren and Jack, they stayed with me a couple times in the last few months. I forget the exact time frame, but long story short, I'm going to post a picture of him here so you guys can see him. I graduated with Ben Warren, longtime high school friend, married to Jack, I think a few years ago. So yeah, very good friends of mine. And they were going through Jack's, I want to say like attic or something, and they found, well, what do you know? A binder that happened to be full of some Pokemon cards. So they brought it by. We went through it, and I was like, all right, well, let me make sure there's nothing too crazy in here, because I'm not going to take something super valuable that just wouldn't be my style. I want to, I feel kind of like I'm ripping someone off if they were like, here, take this, and they had like, a $1,000 card in there. But we went through it, some pretty cool cards, and I just wanted to go through and show you what I had today from that. It was super, super generous, really cool. This binder is awesome from Ultra Pro, from way back in the day. The first thing that you see when you open it in here is there is a movie poster from the Pokemon movie, July 21. I think this was 2021. There's a little calendar in here to kind of verify. A little Pokemon set list from base set and jungle set and fossil set. You can see up there the set symbols, the whole thing here, the set list. They kind of started to fill out a little bit, but they didn't really get too far. And yeah, there's like the same one at the very end too. There was 2 of them, and I've emptied out the binder and I put them in stacks so it'd be easy to go through the cards today. So I put them through a few stacks, and there are a lot of cards here. I counted the other day, there's close to 200 cards here. So we're gonna go through these a lot quicker than I normally go through cards on this channel. I literally have my first stack of cards right here, and I'm just gonna kind of like fly through them because I just want to show you guys these awesome, call them vintage cards. Like, these are all vintage. There's nothing modern in here. These are all 20-year-old cards. So let's just I'll show you guys what we got here today, and we're gonna blow through it. I pretty much made this in like a booster pack format where I left the most hype for last. So we got some Porygons. What are these, base set? Yep, base set. We got Fearow, Doduo. I'll just kind of put them down there. Some base set 2, Dodrio. Now these are cool. I never got my hands on the gym leaders cards. Blaine's Tauros, Lieutenant Surge Spearow, Fearow, right? Fearow or Spearow? Spearow. Okay, wait. Oh, so there's 2 different ones. I didn't even notice that. There's 2 different Lieutenant Surge's Spearows. That's cool. Very cool. I just think those are so awesome. Farfetch. Shout out to Tim Day, the homie. I know it's his favorite, or one of his favorites. We got some Rocket Eevee, Jungle Tauros, Meowth. Now these are a lot of cards too that I have in my own original collection. Dark Persian, Rattata, Dark Raticate, Regular Raticate, Caterpie, Weedle. But it's awesome to have extras. It's awesome to have these. What do you guys know? You guys know what I do with extras. I like to give them away. These are, you'll find me throwing these kind of cards, coughing into whenever I do my giveaways, I'm always giving away extra stuff. If I ever sell anything, I'm always throwing in extra things. So we got some Zubats for days, Brock Zubat, Love it, man. All these extra, I'm sorry, all these like kind of, even though they're commons and they're like common Pokemon, but such vintage memories here. Grimer, and I know I'm flying through these guys. I usually like to look at the cards and read them all, and we'll give each individual card its own due time someday, but I got close to 200, and I'm not going to keep everyone here for all day. I could, but I don't want to do that to y'all. Erica's Oddish, let's go. Gloom, I kind of organize these, you know, by type, and then kind of try to do them by evolution if we had it. Bellsprout, I always like that Weepinbell. Jungle had some of the best art, in my opinion. It was just like a very psychedelic type of kind of, the colors are so rich and vibrant versus a base set card is so basic in a way, but in a really good way. Like, at first I didn't even know what Tangela, like when I saw Tangela in walking around in the wild in Arceus, I was like, oh, that's what a Tangela looks like, because to me, this is still what I think of a Tangela. I'm like, it's just a big bunch of vines. It's actually quite, you know, reasonable in, Arceus. Shout out to this song, by the way. Oh, sorry guys, shout out to the music in general. I had this here, Breaks, in dope playlist, and I remember when I heard this song, I'm like, oh man, the feels. So we got a Paris, an Executor, and I've got the second half of this stack right here, and I've got 3 more stacks of cards to go through, so that's why I'm kind of flying through these. Growlithe, we got some Rocket Ponytas. I'm not sure if you guys are very familiar with these older sets. I know that these cards are probably older than a lot of you guys, honestly. This is funny. Dark Charmander, regular Charm. Look at this Charmander, the OG. This doesn't look anything like the current Charmander today. I will show off this card a little bit more when I show my, I've got some of the jumbo cards, some like the jumbo starter cards, so I'll give this card a little bit more love someday. Love the Tentacool fossil cards. I always had a love for it too. So awesome. So awesome. The Shelder. I think we got some Fossil Psyduck here. Fossil was great because it kind of completed the original 151. It really made the whole thing just come together. Horsey, so great. Like, I never really pictured Horsey as like a toxic kind of thing like that, but very, very cool. Base set Magikarp, well, base set 2, but still. Ammonite, Voltorb, 2 Voltorb, you know, or Dark Voltorb, or slash Rocket Voltorb, I guess, not really dark. Magnemite, it has to say dark for it to be dark. A few Magnemites. These, here, Geodude, Brock's Geodude, Sandshrew, Brock's Sandshrew. Oh, these cards are so awesome. So it's funny for me, it's like I had Machop, but I never had like a Brock's Sandshrew. So it's very cool going through these cards and seeing some that are exactly what I had. And then it's like, oh, but if I stuck with it for a little bit longer, I would have gotten to see some of these too. Ghastly, Drowsy, Slowpokes. Love the Abra art. I think there's one of the original at the end here. Yup, love the original Abra art as well. Shout out to these real quick. There was some of these like kind of movie / episode cards in here. I never really had any that looked like these. These are unique to me. These Pokey trivia cards, I never seen these. Now these I had the Topps cards. I got a bunch of these too that I'll show someday, but this is kind of like getting that vein out of the way. These were considered back in the day super, like, I don't know, corny. You know, people didn't really like these a lot because you would only really buy these if you couldn't find regular Pokemon cards, you know, Wizards Pokemon cards. But now looking back, these are so awesome. I love all of this stuff so much. It's almost like kind of base set too. I didn't really like it first, but now looking back on it, it's kind of vintage now. So it's like, all right, you guys have earned the love. Got some relatively, call them common trainer cards, but just, I love trainer cards. Love all, just the artwork on these were awesome back in the day. I'm like, oh man, this made it seem like a real game because all the words and all of the, if everything's not a Pokemon, you know, you got the energy, you got the turns, like, I never played it, but I always appreciated the fact that it existed. So really love all of these. I would love, honestly, to play the vintage format someday, just kind of go back and play with all the busted rules. And now I have kind of what I'll call like my medium hype pile, because I got a pretty hype pile. So Brock's Training Method, like any kind of character card, like I guess these are commons. This is a I'll say this is an uncommon. This is a common. Blaine's Gamble. That's an amazing card for a common. We got a Snorlax, a Ditto, Blaine's Kangaskhan, Love Dratini, Dark Dragonite. I mean, some really, really cool cards in here. Thank you guys again so much. Really, really appreciate it. Erica's Executor, Erica's Tangela, Beedrill, Sabrina's Venonat, Parasect. We've got Muck, Dark Gloom. A lot of these cards are, you know, also for Erica's Gloom. They're from the same sets that I have, but I never had to say these versions. Like, I never had a non-holo Vileplume. Brock's Golbat, regular Golbat, Erica's Bellsprout. Look at the artwork on that. It's gorgeous. I just love the way the flowers look like the Bellsprout. So cool. Erica's Weepinbell, just the biggest derp I've ever seen. Weepinbell. Victory Bell is terrifying. Like, Weepinbell is such a freaking derp, but Victory Bell is absolutely horrific. Magmar, Fossil, Blaine's Charmander. Look at how far we've come in Charmanders. So cool. Brock's Vulpix. After watching the anime a little bit, not like recently, maybe like in the last like year or so, just seeing a Brock's Vulpix really makes me get the feels. Misty Seal, Psyduck, Angry Psyduck, Rocket Psyduck, Golduck. I always love this Starmie art. To me, this just is like, it's like they found it in the ocean and just took a picture of it. I really, really always couldn't tell you why. It just looks so great. Misty Staryu, fantastic. Misty Starmie, couple of those. Tentacruel, Kingler. When I say if you guys are interested in singles, I mean things like this too. You know, if you guys are like, hey, booster packs are great, and I'm like, you know, I could definitely go for a Misty's, you know, Starmie, especially because I have a double. So any doubles you see that you guys are interested in, post it down below. Let me know. Squirtle, Wartortle, and honestly, even if there's not doubles in here, I'm still willing to give away a lot of these cards because I do have doubles of them. Dark Wartortle, Dark Vaporeon, Lieutenant Surge Voltorb, Lieutenant Surge Pikachu, Dark Jolteon, may see those cards again later, I don't know. Golem, Graveler, Cubone, love Cubone. Shout out to, got my Marowak in the background. I got a bunch of new figures, if you guys notice. Shout out to my friend who we're going to be doing some collab kind of sponsored stuff. Kitten Cat Aubrey Sales, getting bitten by the Haunter there. Marowak, throwing the bone. He's cocked and ready to go in the back there. I actually had this little stand set up here. I was like, I want to put my favorite card at the moment that I'm going through. Let's put, you know what? Let's put the Marowak next to the Marowak. I think that's perfect. That's absolutely perfect. Let's put Marowak next to Marowak. Excellent. Oh, it's a little glare. Here, let's get that part. There you go. Sorry, Trico, you got a little block there. Sorry, Aiden. Trico got a little block there. We're at Mr. Mime. Sabrina's Mr. Mime's like, oh, snap. What'd you catch me doing? Sabrina's Jinx. Sabrina's Ghastly. Dark Slowbro. Sabrina's Slowbro. Some of the artworks on these are just crazy. Sabrina's Drowsy. Like, they're really putting in work now. We're back in the day, some of those Pokemon were a little derpy. Dark Alakazam. Big Zam. Love it. And then I've actually got the final pile, what I call the hype pile. So why is it hype? Well, we've got some first editions in here. We've got Trash Exchange. Now, I have no idea. It's probably not the most hype card, but any first edition vintage card, this symbol to me is like, it's like a drug. If you give me first, it's like, oh, I need another first edition. Give me another first edition. Oh, grabby first edition. It doesn't even really matter the card or the Pokemon. As long as it's a good condition card and it's a first edition, I love it. Like a Horsey. You know, we've seen a couple of these cards already. Like an Eevee. And that's okay, because if you make this card first edition, then all of a sudden I am in love with it. Dark Electrode. Magnemite. Lots of first editions in here. If you guys remember my very first video, I talked about this as in one of my favorite cards that I had growing up, and it was a first edition Pokeball. So now I've got 2 first edition Pokeballs, and you guys know I'm not super greedy when it comes to my cards, so maybe we'll be giving away first edition Pokeball. Brock Sandshrew, Misty Shelter, Dark Golbat. All these are first edition, except for the very last one. I'll skip to that because it's not my favorite card. I don't know why I put it last. Dark Weezing. It's holographic though. So I did leave that. And it's really hard to see too, that the holo on it, because I mentioned this before too in that actually same video, but the holographics, oh, little indent you can see. The holos are just kind of hard to see in the Dark series. So that's why they're good, they're great, but they're a little lackluster in the holographic department, and holos are some of my favorite things about Pokemon, but so are first editions. 2 Vaporeons. Y'all know what to do. Comment if you're looking for a Vaporeon. And then I think, did I leave my favorite for last? I think I did. I think I left my 2 favorite for last, so maybe comment if you're looking for a Jolteon too. Dark Jolteon. Thank you guys so much for these cards. I am just so stoked to have these. I hope you guys watching them go through kind of brought back some memories too. But yeah, I'm just so grateful. Love vintage cards. Gonna be looking to get some more vintage cards too. We've got a giveaway to get to, so I don't want to hold y'all any longer. I have 13 names on my giveaway. We got Ozzy, Tim Day, the Pokeboys, Ruben, Jay Lee, Jude Davies, AJ Cards, Femto, Charizard Prime, Dave Magnabyte, couldn't really know how to pronounce that, sorry Dave. Poketyro, shout out Poketyro, thanks for coming by. Cousin Aiden, and Sam Tran. So I've got 13 people. I'm going to open up my RNG and show you guys how this RNG works. Say I have a little 1 to 5, which we've done before. Do a little randomize. It just is a quick little RNG. So I'm going to put in 1 to 13, and the first time I do it, that's going to be the winner. So we've got 1 to 13. You guys have seen how the randomizer works. We've got our names. We've got our list. Good luck, everybody. Number 1, Ozzy! Woo, woo, my man Ozzy shipping some stuff down to LA. Ozzy, you got 3 Brilliant Stars booster packs coming, and because you're my dude, I'm totally tossing some extra stuff, my man. I am so stoked. Everyone, go follow Ozzy's channel. He makes dope openings, great videos, love the dude. And I've mentioned him before on this channel, but I'm so glad that you won, my man. That's awesome, dude. A lot of times I'm sending international, so the shipping cost is very expensive. So Ozzy, LA, I know it's gonna be a cheap ship, man. So I'm sending you some extra stuff, man. We'll talk on Discord, baby. We'll talk on Discord, but that's awesome. I'm so glad that I get to ship something that's my homie to a new winner. Everyone, thank you so much for being here. You know what to do if you want to enter the giveaways, and I'm going to see you next time. Thank you.